Hi, welcome to our channel. I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Hugo.
We're sell quick, ship quick, part-time resellers.
Full-time hustlers.
And this is our third week? Third week.
Yeah.
Of January of 2020.
That was me, 2020.
That was excessive. But we switched up our what sold this week, so it's a what sold Wednesday, but of last week. Of January 13th to the 19th. But great news because we tripled our sales from the previous what sold.
Yeah, and again, keep in mind this is still Monday to Sunday of last week.
Yes.
So it's not including any other days. And I know this was a 3-day weekend because of Martin Luther King. But Monday doesn't count for that. So again, really just looking at the week, this week compared to last week, that was awesome.
Yes. So, difference last week or the week that we made 3 times less.
Yeah.
That was the week following our inventory check. We weren't listing as much. We were still trying to figure out our business goals.
Yeah, goals and strategies for 2020.
And we weren't
sourcing either. We weren't really sourcing.
Yeah, we weren't sourcing, we weren't listing, we weren't doing the things that you need to do as reseller to make money.
But we did take advantage of that time to do all the background work.
All the other stuff that you don't want to do as a reseller.
Yeah.
Too.
But to switch it up as well, this time around, we're only going to show you our top 10, which are, it's almost like a little mini bolos too.
Yes. So this week, the sales were great on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. And I think the week prior, I don't think we sold anything on Poshmark, or maybe one
thing on each of those in the whole week. But we'll share some of that strategy after we show you this little highlight.
Okay, so the very first thing we sold, or the highest, we sold a pair of Doc Martens for $344.67. And that took 3 days to sell.
Yeah.
But these are special Doc Martens.
Yeah. If you guys follow us on Instagram, Sell Quick, Ship Quick there too. Tiff put a post and she actually included the article too.
Yeah, so these are the Doc Martens Nana boots. And the story behind this was over a year ago, I went into a thrift store. I have no experience, we have no experience with Doc Martens. Our local thrift store had, I think, 5 pairs of these shoes. Yeah. They were new, without tags, but they had the plastic security, like the plastic tie wrap holding the shoes together.
Yeah, and no signs of any, not even trying them on.
Yeah, so these were $20. And at the time, we were not spending $20 on any item.
Yeah,
very rarely.
That was us paying up. So
I didn't know if these were authentic. They didn't look like the Doc Martens that you typically see with the yellow stitching on the bottom. And then these were also pointy-toed boots.
Which we don't see in Doc Martens. Really.
Yeah, and I couldn't tell if they were counterfeit. I remember calling Hugo and asking him what he thought.
And we said, let's give it a shot with one of them.
Yeah, because I wasn't going to buy 5 pairs for $100, especially if they were counterfeit. So I took them home. I tried to do some Google searches on it. Doc Martens, like pointy-toed. I put all of the information in it. I couldn't find anything on these shoes. And then...
like almost a year later?
Well, no. Prior to that, prior to the year ending, he went to the barber.
Oh, yeah.
And she is really into the gothic scene. And she had suggested that we look up gothic Doc Marten boots. But I found similar but not identical.
Yeah. And then Orlando from Pure Hustle Podcast, make sure you tag his channel there too. He's like, those look special. And he did his own research and he came up with that article too. Yeah,
so the article talked about the Nana boots, and then there was a store, years ago in Hollywood, I believe.
Yeah, it was related to the punk scene back in the day.
Well, anyway, November, December of 2019, fast forward, Denali Elditra Thrift was over at our place in LA, and she saw the boots in the garage, scolded us for not having them listed, took the pictures, airdropped them,
and said list it
now. So I still took a few weeks to list it because I still wasn't sure about the key terms and all that stuff. But we waited long enough that someone actually sold a pair on Etsy.
And it gave us a good base to run off of.
Yes, so that's where I got the listing price, and I actually put it up at $388. They countered, or they offered at $233.
Yeah.
Then we countered at $300 because that kind of meets halfway, and they took it.
Yeah. So
that was our story.
Yeah, I know. Long story short, though, if you see Doc Martens that actually have that secondary logo or stamp that says Nana, take your time and look those up.
Or try to.
Yeah. Do your best. Because these are pointy, but they do make other versions of Doc Martens that are also Nanas. Okay,
and then next up,
we have Patagonia Gore-Tex extra large snow pants. And these sold in 84 days for a whopping $110.50.
Yeah, so these were the pants that we actually sourced from a fellow reseller friend who sources primarily from the bins up in the Bay Area. And we picked up a ton of inventory from her, and these were one of the pants. So it was fine that they sat for, a few days, 84 days worth. Because that price point is a-okay in my book.
Yeah.
All right, next up we have a vintage Caliphone phonograph record player that I clearly did not pick up.
So this, again, I always look at the obscure items when I go to hard goods, electronics. I don't really look at, say, computers. I know computers, but not enough to know the details that'll make the difference between a $200 laptop or tablet and, $500. But I like the oddities, and some of that stuff is the vintage audio. And in this case, it was this record player. And I like these because these were originally made to be portable. And actually, a lot of schools used them for a while, especially this brand, to do the listening centers in classrooms. Well, took a chance. I plugged it in, it turned on, brought it home, and tested it a few times with some Spanish records because I just wanted to be thorough and enjoy the music. But all in all, checked out. Again, always do your comps, because also in the comps I was also checking because other models were selling for about the same price, but they were shipping for free, which means the profits are a lot less.
And I don't know if we said this, but it took 70 days to sell.
Yeah. But this one, plus shipping and all, it's great in our book.
All right, next up we have a Theory Small Weekender tie neck silk blouse. This was new with tags. This was an RA pickup. This was during one of their yellow tag something sales. So we sold this one in 91 days, and it sold for $88.62. So I clearly remember this trip. I picked up 2 or 3 Theory pieces that were new with, obviously new with tags because it's RA. But I also picked up a bunch of Eileen Fisher, and then everything came out to $10 a piece, which was really amazing for that trip.
Yeah.
So 10 to 88.
Yeah, sounds like a good deal to me. Also, we sold this Missoni open front bell sleeve cardigan. Really nice design. The material felt nice. It sold in 86 days. So, I mean, it sat for a little bit. But, so it sold for $73.50. Now, the great part about this, because it was priced higher. I forgot exactly how much higher it was priced.
Like $20 higher, maybe?
Yeah. So, I mean, it looks like we dropped by $20. When I looked, this is going to UK through GSP.
And if you're not familiar with it, if you sell on eBay, there's an option to select global shipping program, and it's literally just a check box at the bottom of your listing. And what that means is you don't actually deal with the shipping internationally. You send it to the Global Shipping Center in Kentucky, which is eBay's Global Shipping Center. They analyze your package, which means they open it up, they check it, they repackage it, they ship it.
Safe for their standards.
And then they ship it off to the destination. If anything happens upon arrival, eBay will cover you because technically they opened it.
And they took charge.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a great program for that reason.
So we do also still offer calculated shipping for international as well.
Oddly enough, this last week, I don't know if it's going to be in here or not. I don't think so. But we had 2 UK sales. One did go calculated, and the other one
went. A calculated sale?
Yeah.
What was it?
I forgot which one, but I know we had 2. We had 1 calculated and 1 GSP.
Okay.
Shipping department.
All right, next up.
We've talked about it in the past, and here you go again. Because we got a few sets, because this was RA. And this is a, how do you say that again? Cereal?
It's not cereal. I think it's Soroa, maybe?
Soroa Wicked. Skulls Rose salad plates. Basically small salad dishes with the cool skull design. And this one actually is colored. They have other ones. And it's a set of 4 in that same pre-packaged box. Sold for $65.59.
And this took about 4 months to sell because we did source this prior to Halloween. Hoping that these plates would sell for Halloween. We actually picked up a lot. So as you can see in the picture, I think it shows that 4 have already sold. And then we have 3 remaining.
Yeah.
All right, next up, we have a 686 snowboard ski jacket. And I put both in the title. This one took 114 days to sell. So it did sit for quite a bit. But it did sell for $65.58. Which is a good return for us because this jacket only cost us a few bucks.
Yeah.
But I thought it was gonna sell faster. I'm just glad it sold.
Yeah, we're happy to see it go. But we made good money on it, so it's okay, we sat on it. And if you notice, really nice bright blue. And then we have this Nelly Lotan French military pants, size 4. Did I say that right?
I don't know how to say it, so I just let him take the reign.
I'm gonna try again. Nelly Lotan French military pants, size 4.
Is that your French accent?
Yeah, that's my French accent. And it sold for $64.13, and it sold in 16 hours.
Yeah, so this is the first time we've ever found this brand, and I remember sourcing this kind of far for LA driving because it's only like 13 miles from us, but it takes forever to get there, so we don't go there often. But we did go to a thrift store where I found 2 items from this brand, and it was the first time we found it. The tag looked different because I didn't recognize this brand, but the tag looked special enough that I looked it up. And then I found the comps on this. There were some sold in a different color that were above 100. We did take this offer because I didn't see too many reds, and the only other red I saw did not sell for as much. So I was fine with taking the lower offer.
Yeah.
All right, so those were all eBay sales. And then the next 2, our final 2 of our top 10 sales of the week, were from Mercari, which really woke up this week because...
Yeah. Down to today too. I mean, we're filming this midweek already, and almost midweek, and Mercari's very much awake.
Yeah. So we put up, let's see, it's a Lululemon Define jacket, size 6, in an olive green, and it had thumb holes in it. This sold for $60. This was the price that I listed it at. It's $60 free shipping, and Mercari takes 10%. So that's $6, and then it costs about $6 maybe to ship.
Yes,
well, this was light.
This was, I believe, probably about $6.
So that means 60 minus 12 minus the cost of goods. This was a very good ROI. And this one took less than 24 hours to sell.
Yeah. And the last one that was also from Mercari was this pair of new Miss Me jeans, and this was a 36 mid-rise boot cut. Sold for $60.
And it also took less than 24 hours.
Yeah. So I mean, these are our top 10 sales. We had a few more. If you saw our posts on Instagram, we had a few packages to get shipped out. But there's a couple things we did different this week than last week that we really strongly believe helped more than triple our sales.
Yeah, so I can't guarantee that this is the solution.
No,
but
I believe these are habits that definitely help.
So different things that we did this past week. I listed daily across the board. I did a minimum of 10 listings for eBay that were new, which meant that Poshmark and Mercari also got the same 10, and TradeZ if it applied. For eBay though, if I had time, I might have listed more than 10, but I just saved the extra listings as a scheduled listing to be listed later in the week.
Yeah, just to almost as backup support so that you have some cushion to keep going in case you didn't have time, right?
Yeah, so instead of drafting, which I don't draft my items anymore because eBay glitches and will delete your drafts, I list it as a scheduled listing for a future date, and then the day that I want them to go live, I just go in and schedule it now so that I don't get charged the 10 cents.
Yeah, if you beat the schedule.
If I beat it. Next thing, I actually go in and I end 10 to 15 listings on eBay daily, but I look at how long they've been listed. So one of the columns on your eBay listing page, it'll show you if the item's been listed for 3 months, 4 months, how many days, and so forth. So what I did was I went in, anything that's over 3 months old that was ending soon, I ended it before it could relist, and I just let it sit in my ended listings. And then I also relisted 10 old items daily on eBay. So that means that 10 new items and 10 old items were going up daily on eBay. And that seemed to help our store.
Yeah, and again, what we've said in the past, so last week prior to this, a big difference between specifically Poshmark and Mercari, because those were completely dead for us. We were sharing and sending out offers on the listings we had, and it wasn't really getting much attention at all.
Yeah, and that's for both Mercari and Poshmark.
Because all three platforms we send offers, but those two, yeah. That's what I did. Send offers, and it wasn't doing anything. And then this time around, as you started listing consistently the way you said, those two platforms really woke up. Those two are part of the reason why our sales as a whole really picked up this week. So
if you are a Poshmark seller, new listings
help. And we're not saying, and again, this is for us, and she's able to manage 10 listings a day and so forth. If for you it's 3, 5, whatever it is, the idea is
the consistency in listings
and activity.
Yeah. So overall, our sales totaled, so last week, to put into perspective, last week our sales across all three were $742.60. This week it was $2,445.37. eBay was $1,781, Poshmark was $408, and Mercari was $256.
Yeah, a couple other things. So because we have a store, I can't remember, I'm not sure about the different levels of stores in terms of having promotions and sales, but we have a small sale going on in our store, nothing major. And then the other thing is we try to take advantage of all features that eBay offers, because they offer it because they want us to use it, kind of thing. So if we have multiple items of something or quantities, I will do the multi-quantity discount. Meaning if someone buys one, say, red shirt, if they buy one shirt, it's $10. And then if they buy 2 shirts, it's actually 5% off for them from each. that they get a discount, but at the same time we're saving on shipping because we're going to have 2 items going to the same place, so it helps with sales as well. We had a couple of those that actually did take up on multi-quantity.
Yep.
But yeah.
So that was our different changes.
Those are variable changes. It almost sounds like an experiment. But curious, I don't know if you've done these changes, if you do these practices, do you feel they affect you when you stop doing them or not do them, you know? So, let us know in the comments though.
Yeah, and listing daily for us, because we sell in a very saturated market, because the majority of our listings is clothing, I think the daily listings is what really kicked up our store.
Yeah.
Because we're in the saturated category.
Yeah, and if you're in a more niche market where you have less competition per se, you might need less. I mean, again, everything comes down to how you manage your store. It's the beauty of doing online business.
Or running your own business.
Yeah, you get to do what you want to do. If you don't want to do it,
you don't have
to do it.
All right, well, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and
subscribe
and the bell
and all that good stuff. And keep in mind too, in case you enjoy really listening to this and some of our older videos, I've been converting them over to podcasts, and we are on Anchor and Spotify, so you can always go back and just listen to some of our stuff. All right.
And till next time.
Yeah.